It's a good commercial break, keeping devotees away. And then what happens is, we begin to become mechanical, and then we begin to chant the holy name with offense. Oh, we hold back another thing from the Guru. Sensual activity. Any kind of fall down or what have you. But the Guru is your best friend. It's a great mistake. You begin to undermine your relationship with the Supreme Lord. And by undermining these important relationships, the Nam, you can chant Ram, you can chant Rama, you can chant Krishna, like a Ruski pervertida, a Ruski devotee. Krishna. Syllables, it does not matter. Because the Nam is pure, 100% pure, but it is our motivation. It is our relationship in chanting Hare Krishna. Do you want, there's 5 things described in the Shastras. 1, hypocrisy. Doing things in one way and you're trying to put on a profile of another. In other words, it's hypocrisy. It's opposite to the real path. Secondly, pratishta, profit, adoration, distinction. Are you chanting Hare Krishna? To be a prophet man, to look cool, to get... I know it's a big story for me, but I came to the temple. I was kicked out of the temple, a future sannyasi. I was kicked out of the temple. She just woke up. No, Swami, you kicked out of the temple. Because I honored prasadam, but I didn't offer any devotional service afterwards. After becoming there a week, and I don't even want to wash the pot. Like that, my name's Bill, So anyway, they kicked me out, and one kind sannyasi said, I felt sorry for him. He invited me back. Anyways, lo and behold, they almost blew it. If they didn't invite me back, I wouldn't be sitting here today, boring people. But no, it's amazing how. So that's okay. Number 3, I get on these detours, but I do remember where I was left off. There's 2 kind of preachers, class. So where was I? You get class to remind you in that way. It's another good way to keep people away. 3rd is wealth. Chanting Hare Krishna for wealth. Give me money. Money's the honey, like that. Of course, in spiritual life, it can be used in the proper light. And thirdly, we have envy of the Supreme Lord. We chant Hare Krishna, but we're still envious. I was laughed sometimes when I'm giving lectures and speak about the principle of surrender. And then someone asks you a high-tech question, about where did Lord Brahma, during the Brahma Vimohana Leela, pass water at a certain indication of time? Things that have nothing to do with surrender. And anyway, so the 4th, and then the 5th principle is that we develop an orientation of trying to become Krishna. We try and enjoy. We want to become God. So these 5 material orientations are what can turn the Nam into Namabhas. So look at our history. What activities we may be experiencing which are indications of Namabhas. Well, one is politics. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, anyone who's absorbed in politics, your bhakti goes down. You lose access to bhakti. Or let's say external situations. When you put your tilak on, how many of you thinking, I am a servant of the Lord? You're chanting your mantras, Om Keshavaya Namah, Om Raya Namah, Om Madhavaya Namah. And you're thinking, I'm an eternal servant. These are the footprints of Krishna on my face. But how many may be thinking, oh, face impressions, looking very nice for the public. In Mayapur, I make a lot of fun of the brahmacharis. 10 minutes, little stick, little tilak, like this. Everything's so pucka, and I kind of, oops, sorry, Let's go back to the robe, If you don't dress like this or have a gold watch as a brahmachari in Mayapur, like, you're not considered one of, it's okay. It's not, you're considered, for the ones in the West, I won't go any further. So then, in that way, we go into face impressions. In other words, we don't see devotional service in the proper light. We see in terms of the externals. We begin to look at each other in externals. And I mentioned this on Sunday lecture, or upstairs, I think, the question and answer. The Prabhupada said, look around you. You never know who's sitting next to you. It could be Narada Muni. And, funny, look at Narada Muni. No, Or in the sense, if you simply chant Hare Krishna, follow the 4 regular principles, I guarantee you'll go back to Godhead, you know. So, and the devotees were so, you know, wow, that's great. Wow, this different. Prabhupada gave his guarantee. So in this way, we begin to make mistakes. And mistakes, ultimately, the nature of material energy is prapshipatmaka and aranatmaka. Prapshipatmaka refers to the term is that one gets covered by material energy and one gets pulled down. So we have to be very cautious as a devotee. Prabhupada was seen before the deities and he was praying. And the devotees asked Prabhupada, what are you praying for? That I do not fall down. Prabhupada, you fall down. That's the difference between me and you. I'm always praying to Krishna, but you aren't in this way. But the best defense is an offense, meaning we have insurance policies of how to call out to Krishna. So we have to be conscientious of who we are. Mani Griva Nalakavera, they couldn't understand this is a great personality. So we begin to misunderstand who are the personalities around us. And then we'll know. Prabhupada gives an example of the kitchen. You hear that in the kitchen, guys? They're cooking nicely, you know. That they may have different, you may be making noise, you know, with the spoons. And I hear you have stainless steel buckets, like that, you know, wrecking the vans. No, just, you know, but it's like, you make noise in the kitchen, but the motivation is to put Krishna in the center. See, what I do is I like to milk everybody for the information about the temple, and then I bring it out in class. And this Mataji, you know what I heard it? No, it kind of brings out like more excitement, you know. Wow, that's a good. Anyways, so in this way, we begin to lose focus on the externals, and the principle being is that we become negligent of the process. And there's many different stories which talk about the danger of misuse of externals. I wish I had another hour, you know, if I hear class, I get pulled off. What time is it now? Just
12 more minutes.
You're kidding me. Nice story about Sadhu Kosai and the Bhakta Mall. It's from the Sri Sampradaya. This sadhu was worshipping Shalagram Shila. He was a butcher. And he didn't know. It was shalagram was a good weight. If you weighed the meat, right? The shalagram was a quarter kilo. It would go to 2 kilos, 60 kilos, whatever kind of meat you want. He was a great devotee, however, and this person was just thinking this is ordinary shalagram. I mean, it's ordinary weight or special weight because it changes weight on me. And so one sadhu comes, You're worshipping Shalagram Shila, you're going to hell. Oh, really? Oh, no. Soft-hearted devotee. He gave the Shalagram to the sage. The sage went home, offered nice upacharas, nice flowers, and all these things. But then the Shalagram came to Sadhu in a dream. Take me back to Sadhu Kosar. What? That place is hell. But the Brahmins reciprocated the dream. No. He chants my glories. He chants from the Gita Govinda every single day. You do not. You are giving me so many upacharas. I don't want your patrams or pushpams. But I want to hear the Harinam Sankirtan. And the sadhu says, but where are you, my Lord? Why do you want to go back? Wherever my devotees are glorifying me in my pastimes, that's where I want to go. So then, Jello, take me back. So in this way, Sanan Kusai was seen externally that he was he was performing the activity of a butcher, but he was he was a great personality. As described in the Bhagavad Gita, you have the right to perform your prescribed duty, but don't be attached to the results of your activities. Be attached to performing your duty. Confirmed. So in that way, we have to be very conscientious to always doing our duty.